Welcome to the channel. Today's video, the top 5 best modern cartridges voted by you. So we're going to go over the 5. Most of them I'm not surprised at all, knowing my audience, what cartridges I cater to. But number 3 was a bit shocking because let's face it, you're going to see it's a dead cartridge. Coming in at number 5. 300 PRC. The 300 PRC was introduced in 2018 by Hornady, and what it is, a modernized 300 Winchester Magnum. Parent case is 375 Ruger, neck down to 30 caliber. It's got a little bit of a faster twist than a lot of the classic 300 Magnums. So typically this is, you'll see it from 1 and 8, 1 and 9, typically 1 and 9. And you can shoot up to 250 A-tips, 245 burgers. And obviously the bullet's meant to be seated out really far. So in all reality, the 300 PRC is a modern and better version of a 300 Winchester Magnum. And look guys, I love my classic cartridges, but it is what it is. This is the new aged 300 Win Mag. Now the 300 PRC, it's got an uphill battle. So this is why I think it's at number 5. 300 Win Mag is still the number 1 30 caliber Magnum. And 300 PRC is starting to make a dent in the market with it, but it certainly hasn't taken off like its brothers and sisters of the PRCs. So I'm not surprised it came in at number 5, but it's a pretty good one. In fact, I'm probably going to say it's my favorite version of the PRC, the 300. Coming in at number 4 is arguably the best-selling PRC. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but it is extremely popular. It is the 6.5 PRC. Now, I'm not shocked it came in only at 4 on my channel. I think other channels, it might be number 1, but my channel's kind of a 6.5 hater channel. 6.5 PRC is actually pretty darn good. I've had quite a bit of experience shooting it. It's not hard to get these 6.5 PRCs to shoot small. You know, they are inherently accurate. And you can push a 140 grain bullet with 24-inch barrel, 3,050 feet per second. So it's got a 300 feet per second advantage over the 6.5 Creedmoor. And all around, I know a lot of YouTubers are calling it the modern 30-06, aka the best do-it-all cartridge right now. I'm not sure I agree with it, but you know, pushing a 140 grain pill at 3,000, that's not too bad. I've had a lot of fun shooting the cartridge. As I said, it's very accurate. There's very low recoil. And yeah, I can see why people voted it in the top 5. Coming in at number 3, I said this one shocked me because it's a dead cartridge. Well, as you know, most modern cartridges are quite controversial because, well, people don't really like change and they don't want new stuff. Well, at least the hunting community doesn't. This one seems to be quite a bit controversial. Maybe that's part my fault. I certainly haven't been its biggest fan. And I say it's a dead cartridge because the company's already moving on and trying to get into the Hornady market. Number 3 is the 7mm Backcountry from Federal. Yeah, this cartridge has been a bit controversial. As I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of it. My personal take, you're not going to find your best accuracy at 80,000 PSI. And there have been a lot of reports to this day of pressure issues. Guns still showing a lot of pressure. In fact, I saw it recently at the range about a month ago with someone with a brand new 7 Backcountry was having a lot of heavy bolt lift issues. For a lot of people, it's a really cool concept. You know, this cartridge is roughly the same size as a 280 Ackley Improved, but giving you, depending on your barrel length, almost up to 28 nozzler performance. But if you're in a shorter barrel, like a 20-inch, it's going to beat out a 7 PRC. I can see why people really like it. I've always said, let's see, so 20-inch barrel, 175 grain at 29.75. Yeah, so beats a 7 PRC pretty easily. 24-inch barrel, 31.25. So yeah, 28 nozzler performance if you get in a long barrel. I've always said this cartridge came out 30 years too late. If this thing came out in the 90s, holy cow, would it be the biggest hit ever. But as of now, it's pretty niche. Not a lot of people have it. And on that note, guys, yeah, I have factory ammo for it. If you are local to me, and you guys should know if I live close to you by looking at the mountains in the background of my videos. If you have a 7 Backcountry, I would love to feature it on the channel. Coming in at number 2 is a cartridge that I initially didn't really care for because I thought, man, it can't even match a 7 Rem mag, which you're gonna see the cartridge above number 2 also can't match a 7 Rem mag. Nevertheless, it's a cartridge that didn't have the greatest launch. You know, the launch was 5 years ago, kind of during the height of COVID, when you couldn't really get ammo. A friend of mine, Hopeful Ballistics, started a slogan, and I would like to say that I played a contributing factor in saving this cartridge. 5 years later, it is doing way better. So coming in at number 2 is the 6.8 Western. Now the 6.8 Western is simply just a 270 WSM that's been Creedmored. It's a little bit shorter, and you know, the SAMI specs, the bullets seated out far. They come with fast twist barrel, 7.5 or 8.
Almost touching.
And
$29.90 again.
BC 270 bullets. So it's a really cool concept, and a lot of people are catching on thanks to Barnes. It's starting to become more mainstream. And with all of the content I've done on 6.8 Western, I'm really not shocked at all. It did so well, when in reality, it's definitely not like the second most popular modern cartridge in our market. But a lot of my viewers are big fans of the 6.8 Western. And after shooting a lot of 6.8 Western, I'm also a huge fan. It's not a perfect cartridge by any means, okay? I think it needs to be in a medium length action, and it has to have a 26-inch barrel or longer, which is not popular opinion these days. Who wants a 26-inch barrel? I do. But man, the 6.8 Western is just so ho-hum, 24 inches and shorter. You might as well just get a 270 Winchester. Browning makes a fast twist 270 Winchester now. But anyway, 6.8 Western is really good in the right barrel length. Coming in at number 1, obviously, is my favorite cartridge. Nope, this poll was definitely voted by you, not me. Definitely not my favorite number 1 cartridge, but it's good. If you hand load it and you put it in the proper barrel length, guys, stop putting this in a dumb 22-inch or 20-inch barrel. Really, you should be putting them in a 26-inch barrel, and it's easy to get that coveted 3,000 feet per second that Hornady claims. Oh, 7 PRC. It's a good one. It's inherently accurate. Currently the best-selling Magnum, maybe. I did say maybe 6.5 PRC. Well, I think 7 PRC probably outsells it, but I'm not 100% sure. What makes it attractive? Well, I think it has gotten extremely good marketing. But, you know, it's had its scandals like Powdergate from Hornady. It has survived the scandal, mostly because I think it's a good shooting cartridge, meaning it's accurate. And you're getting to shoot high BC bullets at, well, if hand loaded, good velocities. If you don't, mediocre velocities. But guys, it's good. Now, I said the 6.8 Western wasn't perfect, and I'd wished the 6.8 Western was in a medium length action and needed a really long barrel. Well, the 7 PRC definitely needs a 26-inch barrel minimum, so you're not disappointed by it. I'm gonna still fight this. I think it should have been a 7-300 PRC, not its own little 7 PRC. The case isn't big enough, guys. Even a 24-inch barrel, you know, it shouldn't have to rely on reloader 26 in factory ammo to get 3,000 feet per second. And that's what it has to do because the case is too small. So yeah, it should have been a 7300 PRC. It is one of the best selling Magnum cartridges right now, and you guys voted it #1.